Master, the end of the hour. It's
I
actually
gotta hop
Saturday.
off, but I love you, ladies.
Bye, Foxy. So before we went to um, our meeting, we were talking about the quote from this little book that I have that says, "Your struggle is part of your story." Um, and one thing that was coming up for me when I read this is I like to talk about social media as what I call your highlight reel. So it's like, and I think everybody has probably experienced this at one point or another. Like there's just day to day struggles. But when you go back to like those weeks or months or years, you remember the highlights. So that's basically what people are putting out there on social media. You're getting like the instant highlights. And most people leave out the struggle. Um, so when it says your struggle is part of your story, I was thinking like you're missing so much of the story when you just get the highlights. And I wondered like what people feel about that, and um sort of do you like when people are more real and raw on social media, or do you just kind of like social media for like the happy highlights?
So that's a big thing for me. I know that I get stopped by images. I'm very visual. So when I'm scrolling, I get stopped by images. So that way I like that, but I like the deeper conversation. So I am more likely to listen to someone's live than actually read what they're saying and spilling their guts about what really happened. Like I'm very much more of a I want to feel their emotion by seeing their expressions and going that route. And so that kind of authenticity, love that. Love that. But then when it's all typed out, I honestly sometimes I second guess and think, well, how much of even that is true? Because then they're just like taking the time to perfect even the words that they're putting out, where that's why I like live face to face like interactions like this, because it is authentic, it is real, and it is in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that when um, thinking about lives. Anyone else have a thought?
I find myself wanting the typed out. Like I find myself reading more. So yes, an image captures me. Like if there's no image, there's no chance that I'm reading it. And I find I find myself that I want the paragraph. I maybe because I don't really read books, but I love to know people's lives. So like when I see that, I feel like I have a piece of it. Like I get to know a piece of it. So knowing the story, like the in-depth stuff, I love it.
Stephanie, you were going to say something?
I think part of it is the balance. Like if you have somebody that's only sharing the good or only sharing the negative or the drama, it's too much either way. Like just be real. Like we know life isn't all sunshine and roses. And we know like, yeah, sometimes life deals us a shitty hand, but it's not always not our way. And yeah, sometimes it's our perspective, but if you're always looking at it from that point of view, like then it's almost the attention seeking, and it's just kind of like we're just going to keep scrolling because nobody wants that. But I think if you're sharing the good and the bad, like people pay attention then to the realness,
Mhm.
because they're going to celebrate with you and they're going to be sympathetic and empathetic when things aren't so good.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been thinking a lot about this just in terms of like expanding my reach on social media to like meet new people. So, and we are at 1 minute past the hour. So, um, so I am